Tottenham being dragged into a relegation fight is more than a football story. It points to a potential £1.5 billion problem for investors. If a club this big can unravel, money behind the sport will start asking much harder questions.
Right, and this is not some small club wobbling near the bottom. We are talking about what the article calls the world's ninth biggest football club.
Exactly, that is what makes it so striking. If a club of that scale can look unstable, then the idea that elite football assets are always safe, glamorous bets starts to break down.
So when the article talks about an implosion, it is really talking about confidence as much as results, right?
Yes, relegation, or even a serious relegation fight, can damage revenue, brand value, sponsorship appeal, and the overall investment story. Investors do not just buy football clubs for wins and losses. They buy the promise of prestige, growth, and scarcity over time.
And if Tottenham cannot make that look secure, then other big clubs should be nervous too?
That is the warning. The piece argues that rivals should worry because wealthy backers may start questioning whether football is really as protected from downside as they assumed.
Which leads to the big question. Could wealthy investors actually be scared off from the sport?
That is the concern. Once investors see that even a globally prominent club can slide into chaos, they may be less willing to put in fresh capital or pay premium valuations.
So the £1.5 billion issue is really about what happens when belief starts to disappear from the market.
Right. Football club prices depend heavily on confidence, future earnings, and the assumption that top clubs stay top clubs. If that story weakens, the damage does not stop with one team. It can ripple across the whole investment case for the sport.
So Tottenham's relegation battle could become a warning sign for everyone, not just a crisis for Spurs.
Exactly. When one of the world's biggest clubs looks vulnerable, the message to investors is simple. This asset class may be riskier than it seemed.